Of Hanukkah, the greatest thing is the Shevach HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Last week we spoke about the birth of the Shvatim, and this Shevet is a special Shevet Av Asher. And it says in Parashat Vayechi, ולאשר אמר ברוך מבנים אשר יהיה רצוי אחיו וטובל בשם רגלו. Boaz, I was thinking to myself, should we could make this week also a shiur on the Shvatim? And the hardest Shevet to make a shiur about him is Shevet Asher. He was loved by everybody. Find one person that's loved by every single person. Everyone loved him. No one had a problem with him, and he didn't have a problem with anybody else. I wouldn't speak the truth in order to make peace. Like, of course, to make shalom. We're going to see soon the greatness of it in Chod Hanukkah. Shiur, TTC. Yalla. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's continue. Why is Hanukkah called Hanukkah? Why is Hanukkah called Hanukkah? There's two reasons. Number one, because Chanu b'Chafei, the Jewish people finished they rested and they finished the war on Chafei b'Kislev. That's the first reason why we call Hanukkah Hanukkah. We separate the words. Chanu rested, Chafei the day of Chafei. The second reason was why is because Hanukkah from Chanukah Mizbeach. When the Jewish people came to the Beit HaMizbeach, when the Chashmonaim when they came to the temple, they come and they see that the Beit of the Mizbeach is desecrated. There's a chazir on it. There's a pig. There's idols all over the place. It's basically desecrated. So what they do, they have to break the Mizbeach and build a new one. And they finish building it at Chanukah HaMizbeach. That's basically already do Chanukah Habayit. It's the same exact thing. You're the renewing of the Mizbeach. Now, yesterday we asked a very, very beautiful question. Not a lot of people had the answer for this, but it's very, very solid. Why do we light the candle on Chavav, on Chafei at night, right? When do we light Hanukkah? Hanukkah, as we know, it's the 25th of Kislev. And we relate it on the 25th. Why don't we light it on the 26th? Because let's say the Jewish people rested on the 25th until they found the oils another day. When they found the oil, they lit it or even when they found it, they lit it the next night. So when is the next night? The 26th. So why don't we light on the 26th? So I brought us a couple answers, the answers from the Meiri, from the Chidah Kadosh. So he brings one, the Chidah Kadosh wants to say that the answer is because when they came to the Beit HaMikdash, they brought the Korbanot, and there was no fire, heavenly fire. So they cried to the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and the fire came to and ate the offerings, and we light the first candle in the remembrance of this fire. Because we should think about it, there's only 7 days of Hanukkah, 7 nights of Hanukkah, which are a miracle. The first night is not a miracle. The first night they had oil for that night. It makes sense. If you have oil for 24 hours, we have a 24-hour candle, it makes sense it's going to light for 24 hours. After the 24 hours, that's when miracles start happening. So also, that's another question that comes up. And it's also brought from the Zohar that they light at both day and night. Very beautiful answers to this, but this is not a part of the halachot that we're trying to touch right now. Let's go. The Rambam says the mitzvah of Chanukah is a mitzvah. It has to be very, very loved. Mitzvah chaviva. Mitzvah ner Chanukah, mitzvah chaviva, hi ad meod. The mitzvah of Chanukah is a very interesting way of saying it. Ad meod. Until very, very, very. It's like a very, very special mitzvah. So also, it's also said about the Stipler, the father of Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, that he would put already the Chanukiah outside his window, already in the beginning, the Rosh Chodesh Kislev. Because to show the love of the Chanukkah is coming up in 25 days. It's a big thing, it's a big deal. So that's that. Now, how many candles do we light? We know we light 8 candles. The question is, how do we get to 8 candles, 8 days of Hanukkah, the miracles? With that, there's a machloket in Masechet Shabbat. We spoke about it in the Shiur Gemara of Masechet Megillah. The Purim has a Gemara. But Hanukkah does not have a Gemara. And all the things that we learn about Hanukkah, where do we learn it? Mainly in the Gemara of Shabbat. The Gemara of Shabbat brought over there's a couple of pages that over there has the dinim of Shabbat of Hanukkah. Now, what was supposed to be? Bet Shammai says you have to light 8 candles, and every night we deduct. Like Parei Chag. Parei Chag, what's Parei Chag? The cattle that we have on Simchat in Sukkot. We start with 70, every single time we go down a number, just like that. So too is Chanukah. We have to light 8 candles, the first night, second night 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Bet Hillel says no. we have a rule, ma'alim b'kodesh v'en moridim. Everything in holiness, we only step up a level. And everything in holiness. That means if you started doing something in holiness, you did it more than 3 times, you didn't say bli neder, you have to do atarat nedarim. Why? Because you went up and you went up in holiness, and you can't go down for no reason now. If you did it 3 times, of course. The idea over here is also very, very important to understand that the idea of Hanukkah, that we want to every night to make the light greater and greater, much. Also, the people that are passing by should know what the night of what Hanukkah is. We'll see soon the specialty and the greatness of this mitzvah. Now, regarding the hidu of the candles, they said it should be, if you have 1 candle is enough. Someone that's poor, or you can't, let's say you can't get candles, it's enough to light 1 candle, say the bracha, it's enough. The shamash has to be on top. What? Every day 1 candle. Why? Because you have to see, you have to light. The idea is lighting a light, to look at the light, to have 1 light to represent the miracle of Hanukkah. 1 light. This, so we're doing more. It's called mehadrin min ha-mehadrin. The best of the best. The best what we do today. Baruch Hashem, everyone has we don't have problems upon us like they had back then. We should say thank you every moment. The shamash. The shamash is very, very important. The shamash. People should not forget this, because the shamash has to be always there, because just in case you enjoyed from the light of Hanukkah, we're going to learn soon in the halachot, you're not allowed in no way whatsoever to enjoy from the light of Hanukkah. That means to see, read a book, or anything. So you have to have a shamash over there. The shamash has to be over there. It's a candle. People do an extra candle or an extra glass, with oil. Yeah, so that's basically 1 more. Now the idea is it has to be taller than everybody else, like we spoke yesterday. What's the idea? There's a pasuk in Yeshaya. It says over there, Srafim omdim mima'al lo. The Srafim, these Malachim standing mima'al lo, on top of lo. Lo is Lamed Vav. Lamed Vav is 36. 36 is the total nights that we light on Hanukkah. If we calculate 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up until 8, we get 36 candle. So that's the idea. There has to be a little taller. Also, the practical reason is that its light should be greater, that we should enjoy from its light if we enjoy from the light of Hanukkah at all. That's the halakha for that. Now, for Sfaradim, one person lights the menorah in the house, and that's it. For Ashkenazim, every single person, every single the male. There's a question of the woman also. But for the Sfaradim, every single one. And where do we learn it from? We learn it from the Rambam. He says in the halachot of Hanukkah, halakha gimel, he says over there, haminaga pashut, the simple custom in our cities, בספרד, ארנו ספרד, שהיו כל אנשי הבית מדליקים נר אחד בלילה הראשון, ומוסיפים בכל לילה ולילה, עד שימצא מדליקים בלילה השמיני 8 נרות, בין שהיה אנשי הבית מרובים, בין שהיה אדם אחד. וכך פסק השולחן ערוך את סימן תרע"א. The same to the laws over here like this. Here we have 1 more minute to finish the laws of Hanukkah. We said 10 minutes a day. We finish the laws of Hanukkah up until Hanukkah Bezrat Hashem. So we say over here, he finishes up like this and says the custom was that even if there's a lot of people in the house, we light the whole house lights 1 candle, the second night 2 candles, third night 3 candles, and so on 2. That's how the Shulchan Aruch paskins in the halakha. Now we said just now the halakha that we brought this morning. Also, Rav Ovadia writes it in the Yabia Omer Chelek Yud Bet that when he was 19 years old, he was not by the candle lighting, because he was sitting there in the Bet Midrash learning Torah all day, and he couldn't catch the menorah lighting of his father. So he would come later on and would see the candles, or see it in other people's houses, but he wouldn't be there. Why? Because he's Tawud B'Limon Torah. So basically, we learn from this also. And it says, besides that fact, the halakha is like that. The halakha is like that if someone cannot make it, let's say he's in school, work, whatever it is, the family should light, and he should come later on and should make sure to see the candles. If it extinguishes, light it on, or if you see in your neighbors, basically you see the light. The idea of the Pirfasem Anes. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.